Allah, happy birthday to Ma, the big 3-2. I'm so excited. So, what are we going to do? We're going to do makeup. I'm going to do an African inspired makeup as you come with me to respond to 32 questions at 32. So, I have this paint, it's water based. I tried it didn't do anything to my skin, so yeah, we're going to use this to draw the tribal paintings and everything. And then I have my makeup kit. I bought some new primer, if you can see. I also bought a new foundation. I don't know if you can be able to see it, just clear. It's written in another language, so yeah. And on my face I don't have anything, it's dried up because I just washed my face. And we're going to go in with the a moisturizer, though the product is almost empty. Yeah, so I'm going to answer the first question as I apply. I don't mind my bonnet and everything. We'll see how the look comes in. So the first question is, what is one lesson that I took the longest to learn in my 32 years of living? And that is self-worth is not something to earn, it's something that I already carry, because most of the time we tend to base our worth on someone else. But I've come to notice self-worth is something that is within you. It's just you to find it and treasure it and work at it until you get to a point where you don't need external validation to tell you you're worth it. And that is the hardest, longest lessons that I feel also most of you who are in your 30s have not yet learned. Yeah. So the second question is, what does softness mean to you now? There's a previous episode I talked about what softness means, and for me, I've come to notice softness is, for me, strength wrapped in you just being gentle. Yeah. This is the primer I'm going to apply. Don't know, should I just put it straight to my skin? Yeah. Nimejifunza kujipaka makeup, so yeah. So I've come to know softness is just strength wrapped in gentleness, and I learned to choose grace over hardness, even when sometimes I expect too much. You know, in life you expect too much, you expect to be somewhere, especially at 32, but that's not how the plan is. So learning to be soft and yet strong is one lesson that I have really struggled with, but I'm coming to terms with, and that has been my theme this year. That's why I recorded that episode, to show you the lessons I've learned about being soft, yes, being hard. We're going to go first because there are 32 questions to be answered. So the third question is, what is something you've learned? What is something you've unlearned about love? That is a story for another day. I'll just record an episode talking about what love has meant to me as a person. Yeah, I'm letting the primer sit. For me, I've come to unlearn that love is not supposed to hurt. You know, I see people staying in very toxic love, hurtful love. And for me, I don't want that for myself. I want the love I feel to be safe, to be nurturing, to be honest, to enhance my communication, because that is one area that I'm lacking. And I'm so glad the last week of me being 31, I talked about communication on our platform, the Nutritionist Corner. So I feel like I want my love to be soft. I'm in my soft feminine era, so I also want my love to be soft. Yeah. So I'm going to put the, what is it called, the foundation. And as you know, we're going to start baking our face as I respond to other questions. So what's the smallest habit that has changed your life? For me, you all know, if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, I've really been talking a lot about my nature walks, morning walks, evening walks, any just form of walk has really been instrumental in changing my life, especially during those hard days when I feel like, well, kimeumana kimekata. So morning walks has been one habit that I have adopted and I've never looked back, and I always encourage you guys to do the same. So I'm trying my best not to apply the foundation on my hair. And guys, just know I'm also a beginner. I'm learning these makeup things. So we learn as we continue growing. My second attempt of doing a face bit. So the fifth question is, what's your favorite thing about being African? So this is going to be an African inspired makeup. One thing I've learned about being African is our resilience. Africans are very resilient. Anywhere you place them, they will excel. They have the rhythm. Our heritage is so rich. I am so proud to be born an African. I'm so proud to be in Africa, and I feel like our pride is our melanin. So I've learned to embrace our melanin. Ooh, guys, just give me a minute. I have not taken out my beauty blender, so just give me a minute. I'll be back. Yeah, so here we are. Our rhythm, our heritage, our pride. I love that we are starting to stand up for ourselves, especially in Kenya, so where I'm from. So that's why I'm proud, or one of my favorite things to being African. This question is, how have my boundaries evolved throughout as I've grown up, being in my 20s, and now I'm heading to the second stage of being in my 30s. For me, I have one of the boundaries that I've seen that has evolved is I no longer apologize for needing space and saying no to things I do not want to do. When I was in my 20s, I used to people please. That's why I don't like people pleasers. I used to people please a lot. Yeah, I used to people please a lot. I used to want people to like me. Don't mind about the foundation, it blends. I was so skeptical when I bought it. The person was telling me, no, it will blend on your skin. So the trick I told you guys with makeup is just to take your time and blend. I don't know why I didn't assemble everything. So give me a minute, let me get my setting spray. Yeah, guys. Yeah, so when I say no, even if I don't want to do something, I don't regret. I don't go back on my word. And if I need my space, I will tell you I want space, and I just want you as someone who is close to me, someone who knows my struggle, to understand it's not about you, it's about me needing space, needing to reinforce my boundaries. So the seventh question is, what will you tell your 22 old self, since it's almost 10 years ago? I will tell her not to worry and not to shrink herself, because she's very good, very smart, very creative, she's brilliant. I want to tell her, you're allowed to be loud, you're allowed to be soft, you're allowed to have boundaries, you're allowed to kick mediocre off your life, you're allowed to evolve, you're a complex person, so don't shrink for anyone. I feel like that is something I'll also tell my 22-year-old who are watching me. Yeah, doing my best to let it sit. I told you guys it will blend. Yeah, I don't want to apply so much because I'm going to apply paint. So the eighth question is, what makes me feel most alive? I feel like being creative. When I'm in my element, creating the content I post for you guys, when I'm creating these videos and doing this, it makes me happy, it makes me want to do more. So yeah, that is one thing that is makes me feel alive. I've noticed journaling is something too, when I'm presenting on these webinars, when I'm tutoring a class, when I'm just writing my goals, coming up with vision boards. It makes me feel alive. It's like, you know, I'm drafting a purpose in my life that I'm happy about. I recently came across this concealer. I hope you can see it. I bought it because the other concealer was, I need matte. I have oily face, so I feel like I'm going to take, there are different shades, so I'm going to go with the shade that is a little bit lighter than me. Yeah, that's why I apply. So yeah, that's when I feel most alive. My journaling session, not taking mediocre from anyone. Those are things that make me feel alive. Yeah. What have I learned about healing? I like this question. Oh my God. So what have I learned about healing? What can I say? I feel like healing is not linear, and I feel like I told you guys in that that episode where I talked about softness. Healing, was it one of my morning walks? I don't remember. But healing is not linear. Some days you'll feel like you're healed, some days you'll feel like, what am I even doing? Some days someone might take you back to that person you didn't want to be. Yeah, so I feel like some days you'll bloom, some days you'll break, some days you'll have courage, some days you'll fear, but you'll keep on picking and choosing to continue with your healing journey. Because some days you'll hit a roadblock and you're like, what am I even doing? Yeah, so that is one thing I've learned about healing, especially in your late 20s, when I discovered I need to heal my traumas. So that is what inspired me to start my healing journey. And guys, I'm still continuing with my healing journey. I'm not yet healed. I still experience some emotions, some situations that still take me back to the person I didn't want, or I've been running away from, or I've been working to heal. So yeah, just know it is not linear. The question 10 is, how do you define purpose? I always tell you guys to do everything with purpose. For me, purpose is serviced by joy. Like when you use what you have to meet some other person's need or your own need, I feel like that is your purpose in life. And I know most of us are still looking for our purpose in life. Some of us, we don't even know what we're supposed to do. We're still searching for a purpose. But for me, I feel like when you use what you have to fulfill the next person's need, I feel like that is purpose. And for me, I want your purpose to be fueled by joy. So I'm going to contour. I'm learning how to contour, guys. So I'm using something a darker shade. Yeah. So yeah, just learning how to service or do your purpose with a lot of joy. That is one thing I've learned about purpose. So what are you currently learning to accept? I'm learning, or I'm currently accepting, that not everyone will understand me, and that is okay. I don't have to do too much, because the people who really value you, they will stay in your life regardless of what you do. They will still stay with you. So that is something that I have come to accept. So when I get into a room and do my assessment, and I gravitate towards people who want my company, so when I do that, I accept that not everyone will understand me or where I'm coming from, and that is okay. Not everyone will like me, that is okay. So I'm also telling you that tapika tu mahali mtu anakuchukia tu for no reason, we've never even met. So you have to also learn to accept that. What is one myth about adulthood I have debunked? That one I talked about my lessons when I turned 30, and that is you don't have to have it all figured out by 30. Some 30-year-olds are winging it, and if you're in your 30s or you just turned 30, you can leave it in the comment section. Let other people know, because I feel like there's this notion we tell people you'll have it all figured out. I think it's society. It pressurizes you to thinking you're supposed to have it all figured out, and when you don't, it stresses you and makes you feel like you're nothing, or you're doing something wrong. I've come to learn that, and since I've been in my 30s, this is my second day in my 30s, I've really come to value that. I've really come to just love myself more. And when I feel like someone is pressurizing me into the adulthood they think I should, I'm like, no, you're not going to do that. Yeah. So I'm using this pink eyeshadow as my my blush. I've been watching a lot of hacks on TikTok, so I forgot to buy blush, but since I don't use this pink so much, I always use it as a blush. Yeah. So what grounds you when life feels chaotic? And in your 30s, life will always be chaotic, or do you think you know it but you don't? What grounds me is prayer. One, prayer is something I do not want to compromise, and I will never compromise. Journaling. um Journaling has also been something that I have been really actively doing. Going to use my hand to blend this. So prayer, journaling, returning to my routine when I feel like everything is chaotic, doing something that I feel like is putting some form of normalcy in my life, I go back to it. So I feel like I do things that remind me of charity, especially when I'm stressed. Recently I've just been following up. I defended my work. I told you guys right now my thesis has been submitted, almost submitted to graduate school. So I have to prepare to defend my work so that I can be able to graduate. So that is what I've been following, and it's really been stressful. The work ups and downs, correction. Now I have to go back to reading and all that. So I do all that to just keep me grounded and keep me, yeah. What's one thing you stopped chasing? Perfection. If you had met the early me, perfection was something I have been chasing. I'm taking this it's sort of neutral color. I go for earthy tones because of my skin tone, so I love applying a neutral color. So I stopped chasing perfection, and I choose to trust the journey. I choose to not stress myself when it comes to things not going my way, because you've been told, I'm going to use this palette, it has earthy tone. I'm going to take some and just draw a liner, a wing liner, yeah. So I'm choosing to trust the process and not stress myself when things don't go my way, yeah. What's your superpower as a woman? I feel like my superpower as a woman and as charity is to be able to rise up every time I hit a snarl or I hit something that doesn't sit well with me. That is one thing I have learned, and I feel like it's my superpower as a woman, and I've actually been embracing it. Yeah. What's your superpower? Leave it in the comment section. Let me know what is your superpower as a woman watching me, or also as a man if you're watching me. What's your superpower? I love to know. What role has faith played in your life? I feel like faith is the reason I believe in waiting on the Lord and waiting for His perfect time, because I feel like sometimes I put pressure on myself when I feel like God is not answering my prayer, or I feel like I'm being left behind when everyone else is moving ahead. So I choose to put my faith and trust in God and know that He has a plan and purpose for me. We talked about purpose in the earlier question. So yeah, prayer has been very instrumental in my life since I turned 30, and also in my late 20s when I started working on my faith. Sometimes you can dwindle, your faith can dwindle, so it's you to find it and come back to God. So that is what faith means to me. I really been working on just forming a personal relationship with God without any external pressure, external things people think you're supposed to do. Yeah. So what's one thing you're proud of for yourself for surviving? When I was at my toxic job, I thought it will never end, but it did. So if I survived that, I told myself I can survive anything. And truly, I can survive anything that life throws my way. I've learned to adapt with the current, not fight it, embrace change, and change is usually the hardest thing when it comes to me. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can be able to see any change in my face. This is not a shouting makeup because I'm already going to shout. Yeah. What does self-care look for you right now? honoring my needs always. Sometimes I journal a lot. Sometimes I say no. That is honoring what I'm feeling right now. I'm like, if I do not want to do something, you will not force me to do something I do not want to do. Yeah. Okay. Another question is what do you wish people knew about you? Do you guys really want to know that? One thing I wish people knew about me is that I carry a lot. Like, I might smile and you see me smiling and you're like, this girl has everything all figured out, but I don't. I just smile because I don't like when people see me weak. So I will just show up always. I'll show up. I'll show up and show out, yeah. So, what's the most beautiful compliment you've ever received? I'm nurturing. I always love when people tell me that. Oops. Sorry, I can't multitask when I do this. Yeah. I feel happy when people tell me I'm nurturing because I really am. That's why I want to launch that mentorship class, because I want to nurture the upcoming generation. Yeah. I make people feel seen. When I see something in you that we can work on, I push you to do it and I push you to be the best. But this episode will be long because it's a birthday episode. It's going to be almost 30 minutes. So please stay tuned and enjoy. We are the last roll of the 32 question. What's your relationship with your body right now? I'm more forgiving of my body. Like, I was taking my birthday photos and I was like, "Weh, baby girl, kachab chabs." So I'm learning to be more forgiving and just doing right by my body, which is quite hard. Yeah. What has content creation taught you? Content creation has taught me that my voice matters. Yeah. There's power in showing up consistently, even if sometimes I don't feel like I'm at my best. I still show up. Yeah. What lesson came from a heartbreak? Let me tell you a secret, guys. I don't stay somewhere long enough to be heartbroken. And that is something I've learned the hard way, but you can leave it in the chat box, guys. What lesson have you learned from your heartbreak? I would really love to know. Yeah. What does emotional safety mean in love? I feel like emotional safety is you being able to be vulnerable with your partner. No, I know it's easier said than done. Just dating someone else in your life can be quite difficult, but if you're able to be vulnerable with the person you love, I feel like for me that is that is emotional safety. Like, I can just come and vent, talk about things that bother me, and to give me room to be without judgment. Yeah. Yeah. What's one red flag you no longer ignore? Inconsistency. But I really hate inconsistency. If you know me, you know I don't like inconsistency. Inconsistency bothers me because I'm like, why? Because I also try not to be inconsistent. So I'll appreciate when someone is not inconsistent with me. Like if you're doing something, the least you can do is just to communicate. Like, I'm busy, I'm not able to match what you want me to do, and I'm human, I will understand. Yeah. So what does success look like for you? Now I feel like for me success is peace. Peace, purpose, creating impact in anyone I meet in my life. For me, I feel like that is success. Yeah. How do you want to be remembered? I want to be remembered as someone who lived gently and boldly, and I headed towards the direction of my goals. I want to be remembered as someone who helped the upcoming generation to know you can be more, to help others grow, heal, and just shine in your own element. I feel like that is one thing I want to be remembered for, especially on my tombstone. That is something that I want to be remembered for. I don't know if I should cross, but I feel like this already looks good. I don't feel the need to do too much. Yeah. What do you think, guys? Like I don't want to add any more. I will spoil the look. What's your relationship with your past right now? For me, I feel like I'm compassionate with my 20-year-old, because I always tell myself she didn't know better, so I shouldn't really be mad at her, because if she did know better, she will not do some things, and if she did not do some things, or we will not learn from it, we'll still make the same mistakes in our 30s. So I'm compassionate with her. Like, I don't stress her. Yeah, I tell her, I write her letters that I read often, apologizing for not knowing better. That is what I do. Yeah. This episode will be long, guys. I have to cut and edit some things out. The last question. What's your mantra in the next chapter? I want to bloom with ease, because I have so much in store for you guys. So I want to bloom with ease. I want to just continue pushing myself to be the best. What's something you're still working on? I'm still working on trusting that I don't have control over everything in my life, and it's okay. So I don't push things if I feel like they're not working out. I don't force issues, because I have learned the hard way. And the last question, since I'm 32, yay! What do you love most about turning 32? Yes, I want to be happy, and I'm happy that I'm turning a new chapter with clarity, courage, creativity, and I've never felt better. I feel like maybe it comes with age. Yeah, I feel like it comes with age. That's why I'm excited. So happy birthday to me. I wish you all the best in this coming year. I hope everything you dreamed of, the vision board you wrote for your 32nd, you'll be able to fulfill it. I'm so excited and I'm so happy. So let me do some final touches, and then I'll come and say bye to you guys. So this is the final look. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, you're almost at 100. I want this last year we get to 200. Yes, until next time, I've been yours. Bye.